Hey everyone! Thanks so much for stopping by this channel. I know that out of all the videos popping up on your feed, you chose this one. And to me, that's not a small thing. Because today, we're going to talk about something that doesn't always get the attention it deserves, OCD, and more specifically, how family support can be one of the most powerful lifelines for those living with this condition. Maybe you live with OCD yourself. Maybe you're supporting a partner, child, parent, or sibling who struggles with it. Or maybe you just want to become a more understanding human being. Whatever brought you here, I just want to say, you're in the right place. Let's take this slow, heart to heart. Let's begin with a quick overview. OCD, or Obsessive-Compulsive Disorder, isn't just about being a perfectionist or super clean. Sometimes, because of these common stereotypes, we lose sight of how serious it can really be. OCD is heavy. It can make someone feel like they're trapped inside their own mind. The obsessions? They're not welcome thoughts. The person knows they don't make logical sense, but they come anyway. And the compulsions? They're not just habits. They're rituals that feel necessary, because if they're not done, anxiety skyrockets. Now imagine waking up every single day to that kind of mental storm. Your brain whispering things like, if you don't wash your hands a certain way, something terrible will happen to your family. You try to resist, but the thought won't stop. Eventually, you give in and wash again, and again, and again. In the middle of that exhausting reality, having a supportive family can be a beacon of light. But if approached without understanding, it can also unintentionally become another source of pressure. Family support isn't about fixing the person, because OCD isn't like a scrape that you can just bandage and forget. It's about walking with them through a process. And yes, it's a long process, but also one full of hope. Let's start with this: unconditional empathy. This doesn't mean you need to understand every little detail of what they're going through, because honestly, you might not be able to. But empathy means being present. Listening without rushing to fix. Creating a safe space where they can feel weird, scared, tired, without fear of judgment. If your child has OCD and you see them repeating a ritual over and over, don't cut in with things like, come on, that's pointless, or you're just overthinking. Even if your intentions are good, those words can come off as dismissive. Instead, try sitting beside them and gently asking, do you want to talk about what's making you feel like you need to do that again? That alone can make them feel seen. And here's a key point: being a supporter doesn't mean having all the answers. We sometimes feel like we have to fix everything, that we need to be the hero. But the truth is, we're not the cure. We're the companion. And on this long road, being the steady friend is far more valuable than trying to be a quick savior. One emotion that often shows up in families is guilt. Thoughts like, did I cause this? Or am I failing them? Trust me, those questions are totally normal, but OCD is complex. It's not the fault of one event or one person. Let go of blame. Focus on building trust and emotional safety. Day to day, one of the biggest challenges is not reinforcing compulsions. Say your loved one keeps asking for reassurance. You want to help. You love them. But giving constant reassurance can actually make OCD stronger. Instead of automatically saying, yes, try something like, I know you're feeling anxious, but I believe in your ability to face this thought without the ritual. Let's ride through the discomfort together. Another form of support is creating healthy routines. People with OCD can get overwhelmed by small tasks. Help them build a calm, low-pressure environment. But that doesn't mean avoiding all challenges. Gradual, supported exposure can help them learn to manage anxiety more sustainably. And don't forget, the rest of the family needs space to talk too. Don't bottle up your own feelings of frustration, confusion, or fatigue. Find a support group, join a webinar, or talk to a counselor. You're human. You need an outlet too. Sometimes, we forget that the relationship isn't just about OCD. Don't let the disorder take up all your shared time and energy. Make room to laugh, take walks, share meals, and talk about silly things. These moments are just as healing as any therapy session. Celebrate small wins. Maybe they finished a ritual 30 seconds faster. Maybe they skipped one altogether. That's huge. Acknowledge the effort. Say thank you. Give a hug. Celebrate quietly, kindly. And when setbacks happen, and they will, don't panic. Relapses aren't failures. They're part of the journey. When you stay by their side during those harder days, you're showing them that your love isn't conditional. That kind of love? That gives hope. Let's also talk about education. As a family member, the more you learn about OCD, the better. Read books. Watch documentaries. Follow mental health advocates who live with OCD. The more you know, the less scary it feels. And knowledge turns confusion into clarity. It's empowering for you and ultimately helpful for your loved one. And sometimes, this is important, you'll need to set boundaries. Supporting someone doesn't mean you give up your own needs entirely. It's okay to say, I love you and I'm here for you, but I also need time to recharge. That's not selfish. That's sustainable love. Family support is like being a steady hand on a shaky bridge. You're not there to pull them across or push them forward. You're just there, holding their hand, saying, I'm not going anywhere. Take your time. We'll get across together. Keep the communication open. And by open, I don't just mean frequent, I mean honest. It's okay to say, I don't know what to say right now, but I'm here. Silence filled with love is better than noise filled with pressure. And if you're watching this and you're the one living with OCD, please hear this. You are not a burden. Your struggles do not make you weak. Your mind might lie to you 100 times a day, but I want you to remember this truth. You are deeply loved, and you are never alone in this. To all families out there trying to do their best, thank you. Your patience, your love, your willingness to learn and grow, it matters more than you know. OCD might feel like a monster sometimes, but monsters shrink in the presence of understanding, compassion, and consistent support. It's also important to understand that OCD doesn't define anyone. A person living with OCD is not defined by the disorder. They are so much more. Their kindness, intelligence, humor, and compassion don't disappear when OCD rears its head. Just as you wouldn't define someone solely by their physical health issues, remember that OCD is just a part of their experience, not the whole of who they are. Family support, when done right, isn't just about the immediate circumstances. It's about setting the groundwork for a future where the person with OCD feels empowered, understood, and accepted no matter what they face. And that, ultimately, is one of the most powerful gifts you can give. Sometimes, it might feel like you're treading water together, unsure if you'll ever reach dry land. But hold on, because when it comes to mental health, the progress isn't always linear. Every day is a chance to show up for each other, to understand that even when things feel stuck, there's always movement happening underneath. The love you offer isn't temporary. The support you provide isn't conditional. It's the thread that can hold them steady as they walk through stormy days, knowing that someone is there to walk with them. Thank you for staying with me until the end. I know this wasn't a light topic, and if you're still here, it means you really care. And that, to me, is beautiful. If you found this video helpful, please help me spread it. Share it with your family, your friends, or anyone you think might need a little light today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future content on mental health. We'll keep learning together, slowly, gently, but surely. Disclaimer: everything I've shared here is based on research and general experience. I'm not a mental health professional. So, if you or someone you love is struggling, please don't hesitate to reach out to a psychologist or psychiatrist. You deserve professional care. You deserve peace. Until next time, take care of your heart and hold on to hope. Because even on the darkest days, there's light we can ignite together.